Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble morning. Continue to have a blessed and humble day. This y'all, Shorty Rachel. I want to welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast. All right, y'all. Man, I'm not going to be on here long. Man, Shorty is just talking. And what I want to talk about today is, right, I can't. I can't is not a part of my vocabulary, right? I've been hearing people say, I can't, I'm going to quit, this is not going to work, right? But one thing I could sit here and say, right, something that was taught to me from my OGs, right, by my OGs, my bad, is that shouldn't be a part of your vocabulary. I will, I can, this will happen. You see where I'm coming from? If you believe it, you could achieve it. So it's so much of this happening. It's like we're having a epidemic of I can't, I quit. Like, you see where I'm coming from? Like, what can we do to motivate our youth, right? To do the things that they're capable of doing? Is our youth getting unmotivated because they see that the older role models within their communities or that is surrounding them is giving up on things like jobs, how can I say, in life, basically? You see where I'm coming from? Do they lack the support, the financial stability from the people that are around them, the motivation? Is failure necessary for success, or can people achieve their goals without setbacks, right? Me personally, I've had so many obstacles in my way, and I feel as though that where there's a will, there is a way. So I can't, right? It is, I don't know if, that feeling, that emotion, or you see where I'm coming from, is something that's inherited or something that's learned. And I feel as though that it's something that's learned. I could be answering my own question, right? But I would love to leave this live right here more for the coaches that are out here, whether it's Coach D, whether it's Coach Mean Reen, there's plenty of coaches out there, right? I would love to hear y'all comments, right? The YouTube coaches, right? Especially for the youth, right? I've been on a lot of platforms too where people are saying I'm gonna quit because I can't handle this, right? I've had the same situation on social media, but I'm gonna start off with the youth, right? Before I get on to it's gonna go hand in hand and somehow it's all gonna be pushing together, right? Is giving up always a sign of weakness, or can it sometimes be the smartest decision? And I feel as though sometimes in certain situations there's things where, all right, I'm not gonna say you're gonna give up. I'm saying that, how can I say, you have to find another way to achieve that goal, right? And I wouldn't call it a weakness, right? Because sometimes I'm gonna put like this, right? Like in relationships, right? Sometimes you have to throw the towel in certain situations, right? Sometimes sometimes love could fade, right? Sometimes, certain situations happen where, is it weakness? And I don't think so. So I think it depends on the situation, right? And shout out to the word, right? I always watch the word of somebody that I really support here on YouTube, right? And he says it and he's broken it down. There's a duality to everything, right? And I fear as though that sometimes people fear to change, fear to try other things that are new, right? And we have to try it. Like Papa Duck says, right? In order for you to be found, sometimes you must be first. Sometimes you must first be lost, right? So I feel as though that we live in a society now that glorifies, right, perseverance, right, too much, making people afraid to walk away from unhealthy situations and stay in unhealthy situations, right? And a lot of people sit here and they self-doubt themselves because they're listening to other people, right? So how does self-doubt impact the ability to keep on trying, right? And do people let people create self-doubt within themselves, right? It is so much going on. Blessings. We got Jug FL, ex-promoter in the building. Blessings, welcome to the live. Appreciate your support. We got the OG Cutthroat Entertainment in the building. Guys, go make sure y'all go check out Cutthroat Entertainment. Great conversations, great topics. He's goofy as hell, right? But listen, I love his content. You will not be disappointed. Make sure y'all go check out my OG, all right? We next door neighbors, all right? Welcome to Philly, baby. So when you enter in Cutthroat Entertainment's building, right, his panel, make sure you know you coming into New York, baby. All right. But anyways, back on topic, right? Shouldn't be a part of our vocabulary. Do people give up more easily when they lack the support from others, right? Me personally, I'm gonna talk about me. I'm not gonna talk about others. Personally, me, I feel as though, right, I needed to create a support system within the family that I have created. You see where I'm coming from? What I mean by that, right? Family to me is not who you're born into. Family is what you create out of it. So I created my own family. I'm starting my own traditions. You see where I'm coming from? Something that I'm going to pass down, right? From generation on to generation. And what I'm doing is not bad. See, for a minute, my kids couldn't understand, like, damn, mama hit rock bottom. Mama had to do this. Mommy had to do that to pick herself up. And I not once gave up, even when it was hard. I feel as though my kids could have been that motivation. You see, in my situation, like, there was nothing in this world that would have me sit here, like, how can I say, completely hit rock bottom, right? And leave my kids not being able to, how can I say, being around each other, not being around, like, not being next to my kids for me is like a death sentence. So I'm gonna try my best to have everything that they need and want so that they could be as comfortable as they need to be. You see where I'm coming from? So, like, I feel as though I don't follow these trends. You see where I'm coming from? I don't follow what people say. I don't go by the he say, she say, because at the end of the day, that leads to so many things, right? I observe, I listen, right? I take advice and I take heed to things, all right? So self-doubt, that's a big no-no in my book. If I had to self-doubt myself again after I, overcome that situation, what I mean overcame that situation is that there was a point in time where, yes, a shorty self-doubted herself. She didn't believe that she could accomplish certain things, reach certain goals, right? And she had to prove it to herself. See, the problem is that a lot of people want to prove something to someone else. The person that you have to prove it to is yourself. The person that you have to become better than is yourself, not the next person standing next to you. That's holding you back. You see where I'm coming from, right? So yes, right, fear, right, has an influence, right, on whether people persist to quit or not, right? Like I said, do people give up more easily when they lack the support from others? I feel as though some do. Like, I don't know if it's that some people, they say, I want to be alone, right? In their head, they think they want to be alone, but emotionally, physically, mentally, right? Spiritually, I don't think certain people can. And what I mean by that, they have to sit here and they have to find some type of support, right? A support group. Surround themselves around people that will motivate them, right? From, bringing themselves down, motivating them to sit here like, yo, you could do this. You're able to do this, right? Show them. Some people do need that support, but a lot of people, like I said, you can't help those, right, that don't want to be helped. So me personally, right, I stay away from those, right? My doors will always be open. If you still want some help, I'm always going to be there. But at the end of the day, my focus is going to be on those that really want the support because I'm still trying to fix me. And if I don't fix me first, I can't fix you. So first I have to deal with my personal issues, then come out and, okay, I can help you. Right. And a lot of us fail right in that situation. I've seen so many people put others in front of them, right? And then it gets to the point where they be like, I can't do this no more. I quit. Nobody cares. That's not the situation, right? We're pinpointing the blame in others right now. When we have to sit here and look at the mirror, right? Stare at the person that's in front of us. Do you like that person that's talking back at you? Do you like the person that's staring at you? Do you like what you have become? Can you change? And if you do change, are you changing for the better or are you changing for the worse? Only you can change your future. Only you can change your destination. At the end of the day, right? Shout out to a lot of these, YouTube role models that we got here. Cutthroat Entertainment. We got Past the Double Speak Telecast. We got The Word. We got Gary Bust It Down, right? We got Realists. We got so many people on here on social media, right? It's a lot. It's rare. I mean, it's not a lot, like billions, right? But there's enough people here on social media that I see that are great role models that talk about these situations. And I'm gonna give a big shout out to them because you can, right? I feel as though, right, you are the captain of your own ship. Can you change your destiny? Yes. I don't know why we keep thinking that the governments are going to be doing this. No, it's you. See, we're humans, not a policy. They change policies. They can't change us. I want people to understand that. Right? How does financial stability affect one's ability to keep pursuing a goal? Right? And I think it was last night. Right? I got on the live. Right? And I was talking about generational wealth. Right? And that live, right, that I got on real quick, I was speaking about, right, in passing on in something that you've been inherited, right? And my idea was like, damn, all right, I inherited a house from my mom, right? It needs a lot of fixing. I've been in this house for like a year and a half, almost two right now, trying to, put it together, fix it, patch it up. But you know what? Nah, I'm about to, change this whole house up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a business here, boom, right? And I'm gonna make two apartments, one upstairs, one downstairs in the basement. My kids are, I got an 18-year-old, I got a 15-year-old. 18-year-old, right? Like the rent is out of pocket, right? I want to start showing my son, like he already knows, we've had conversations, but I want him to really, really understand what it is to have to pay bills, to pay rent, right? To maintain your apartment, to maintain your house, right? So I'm gonna start teaching him with that, right? By me transforming something that was inherited down to me, right? Which is going to be inherited down to them, right? By me transforming this into them, I'm going to teach them, what they're going to go through in life, right? And now it's not just teaching, right? Because he's already 18, right? Wants to, get his own things, right? The rent is high. I was like, look, listen, son, we're starting off with a room. $200 of rent. You see where I'm coming from? And then when I get the apartment ready for him, which is going to be like the whole basement, right? I'm going to raise it up a little bit, but not so much. That's still my son. I've had so many people like, oh, you should charge this, the rent. Listen, at the end of the day, right? It's my house. All I do is pay taxes in this crib, taxes and bills. The house got passed on to me. If I want to sit here, right, and charge my child $400 for an apartment, right, with a bathroom and a kitchen and, rooms and everything that he needs, I'm allowed to. It's my property. Because shit, I'm gonna keep doing with every property that I do. Trust me, each property is gonna be inherited down to my kids. You see where I'm coming from? And my fiance's kids. So at the end of the day, right, each property that I have is gonna be inherited. Like I told them, I'm gonna do the same thing with my daughter. The next property that I sit here and I buy, which I want to buy some land in a property, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make an apartment within the house for my child, right, when she's like 12, 13 years old, and start teaching her the same shit. So she can learn by the time she's already got her own place, right? How to take care of her place, how to maintain the place, how to, budget, how to pay bills, how to deal with the rent, how to deal with taxes, and much more. I'm already starting her off. She wants to do a little lemonade stand along with baked goods and stuff like that. Hey, go ahead, baby girl. You want to start a stand outside in the hood, right? Make some little money on the side, selling lemonades, real lemonade, right? And baked goods. I support you. Because now I'm teaching my daughter how to become, how can I say, an entrepreneur, right? Become her own boss and make her own money, right? I don't know. Like, I hear so many people say that these things are not possible when they are possible. Stop thinking that the celebrities are going to raise our kids on the right track. Stop thinking that the government is going to give us everything that we're asking them because, oh, yeah, we just going to get it. Like, no, it don't work like that. No matter which way you go about it, no matter which way you look at it, right? Everything is freaking earned, not just given. Even when you get the welfare, you have to find a way to earn to get that welfare, right? Because you're not just going to get it. The social media pressure people to keep going, even when quitting might be a better option. And I feel as though that social media is the opposite. Social media would sit here and start a trend and make people act out their minds. Social media could be beneficial, right, if we make it. But it, like word says, right? Shout out to the word 9%, right? There's a duality to everything, right? Where there's some good, there's some bad, right? And I guess it's needed, right? Shout out to Papa Duck, because that explains the phrase that he says, right? In order for you to be found, you must first be lost. And I hope that don't go over people's heads. So it's so much that, I want to say when it comes to quitting, right? And like I told y'all, oh shit, we got the passer in the building. Double Speaks, baby. Big shout out to Double Speak Telecast, guys. Make sure y'all go check out the passer. Yo, great conversations, great topics, motivational inspirations in the mornings, sometimes in the afternoons. Make sure you go check him out. And I love all three of his personalities. So shout out, we got Gary Busted Down Brown in the building, guys. All right. Oh, we got Uncle L. Shout out to Big Uncle L. Welcome to Philly, baby. Yes, Uncle L's from Philly, yo. Big shout out to Uncle L, man. We got, listen, we got HP over here. Uncle L's tours Germantown area. Yo, we got Nice Town in the building, baby. So shout out to Uncle L. Gary says, to the hostess mods, out of darkness comes the light. That's some real shit right there. Gary. But yeah, I'm seeing so many kids quit, and I just want to find ways to help motivate these kids, right? And I feel as though it's because they're seeing so many people around them, right? So many people that they look up to quit in so many scenarios, right? Like when it comes to this YouTube shit, right? I'm gonna put this as an example, right? This is something that I do on the side, right? I come on here when I want to, like I just did today, get something off my chest, or I'll come on this John, bring awareness to certain topics, right? Review and react to a lot of videos to help support what I am saying, right? And like, this is something that I do on the side. Like I tell people, right? If I get monetized, I get monetized on this John, which it will help me, right? To, with the giveaways and much more. That's a plus for me as I see it, right? But I don't see this as a job. You see where I'm coming from? I don't see this as a 9 to 5. I don't see this as I could say it's a side hustle, yes. Could it be a gig? I consider a gig something like Uber Eats, right? Like something that, like I've done in a few occasions. I've got, I'll sit here, people have called me, hey, somebody that can come and clean my crib out. I need somebody to come take everything out, clean the whole house up. Hey, I could do that. Let me get a group of people together. Oh, wait, all I need is somebody to drive. Baby pops, we need a car. You see where I'm coming from? So that'll be like gigs, contracting jobs, right? A gig, a little side hustle. Listen, not side hustle what y'all think. This ain't the freaking 80s and the 90s. We ain't out here selling dimes and nicks, all right? But side hustles, like I just said, like, oh my God, t-shirt business, a little side hustle. YouTube, a little side hustle. You see where I'm coming from? TikTok, a little side hustle. These are what I consider little things on the side to make money, right? Like for me, for you, in order to make money on YouTube, right? I feel as though that a lot of people have to break their damn necks. And I don't consider this something like, okay, son, I want you to become a YouTuber. No. I would motivate my son to start his own business, right? And he does gaming and all that. I want him to keep that on the side. Because I want him to keep building that money. I want him to keep stacking that bread, putting it to the side. I don't care if he puts it in a safe. I don't care if he's putting it at the bank at the same time. Good. If he's doing both ways, right, using the bank and pulling money under his pillow, shit, that's even better. Because I want him to start owning properties. That's why I said what's been inherited to me, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to use it, right, to teach my kids how to really live, how to sit here. Okay, this is what you got to do as a man. Your responsibility now, you got to take care of this house, right? Even though it's an apartment, right, / business, at the end of the day, he's got an apartment that he's got to maintain. He's got to show me that he can maintain his apartment. He's got to show me he can keep it clean. He can pay his bills, right? Because he's got, right now the kid, he's got internet under his bill, right? I got my own internet. He's got his own internet. He's got to pay his cell phone bill. And he's also, like I said, when everything is switched up, he's going to have his own light. He's going to have his own gas, right? Because at the end of the day, like I told him, if you don't keep up with that, you have to come back with me. And you have to abide by my rules now. You see where I'm coming from? When you can maintain your own place. How do you do this? And by the end of the day, being stable. Maintaining, how can I say? It's hard to break it down for me, right? Because now all the thoughts are coming, like, it's like all the words in the dictionary, all the slang words are coming together, and they're like, okay, pick this word, pick that word. Like, wait, chill. I hate doing that. But I'm going to put it like this, right? I just don't want my son to slack. All right. I don't want him to be in the streets. Neither one of them. So I'm definitely going to do that. People are going to tell me, oh, your 15-year-old is too young. It don't matter. In 3 more years, he's going to be 18. So if I do divide my house and turn it into 2 apartments and slash a business, which is going to be the middle of the house, right? Second floor, it's going to be a whole business, right? First floor apartment, second floor apartment. Both of them can maintain that. Why not? 16, I was living on my own. You see where I'm coming? I'm not saying that I'm leaving my son. What I'm saying, in the same property that I have, I am going to make them their own apartments and teach them. They, at least at the end of the day, like I tell people, right? You'll sit here and you'll kick your child out instead of charging them rent. It was living here this long, boom, boom, boom. The shit stinks after the 3rd day. That's something that was taught to me. We have to teach our kids, right? And you hear so many of these kids quit. I don't know how to do this. I can't. I don't want to do this. Why do I have to do this? I'm over here like, wait. What you mean? Why you don't want? Why do you have to do this? Because if you don't do this, you won't have this. If you don't do this, you won't get this. You see where I'm coming from? So quitting to me is not an option. It's something that was taught to me by my elders. Like I keep pushing, no matter how hard the obstacle is, no matter what's in my way. You see where I'm coming from? And if what's in my way is a person, one way or another, you're gonna come out my way. I don't care if I have to fight back. I don't care if I have to, you know what. But one way or another, you listen, I'm getting you out the way. I'm going to keep going. Because there's people out here that will sit here and pretend to say, I love you, pretend to say, I care about you, right? But them same people are the ones that are, how can I say, putting that knife and taking it back out. They'll put that knife in there, stab you 3 times and say, I love you, pull it out, look at the blood pouring out your back and stab you right back in the same hole. Those are people that don't want to see you achieve nothing. So at the end of the day, we got to listen. We got to teach our kids all this, right? They're not too young. I hear too many people keep saying, oh, my child is too young to learn this. Why? What is too young for your child to learn? I hear a lot of parents letting their kids do what they want to do. It's your child. You're supposed to be teaching them. You brought them into this world. It's your responsibility. And yes, it gets hard. My kids are a pain in the ass. You see where I'm coming from? I'm not going to sit here and lie. Sometimes they get me to the point where I say, sit the fuck down. You see where I'm coming from? Yeah, they get me to that point, but I love my kids. I'm not going to give up on my kids. I'm not just going to throw them out to the woods. Wolves, my bad. Just because they're getting on my nerves or they're a pain in the ass. I'm not going to teach them that it's okay to give up, to quit. Because as a parent, it is my job to teach them, to motivate them, to back them up, to inspire them. See, we could help them. I can't help no growing ass motherfucker that's got their mind made up. That says, oh, this is like this is like that, when there is other ways. It is so much going on, right? Like, what strategies help people push through obstacles when they feel like giving up, right? I would love to hear in the comments down below, right? What strategies help you as a person, right? And the reason I'm doing this, right, is to, maybe whatever strategy helped you, right, can help the next person. Can quitting be a form of self-care rather than a sign of defeat? Is it necessary to sometimes quit certain situations? And like I said earlier, in certain situations, yes. In relationships, right? Like, I would say, I wouldn't say quit, because do you quit a job right now? If this job is not for you, I'll quit this job, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop working, right? I'm going to keep looking for another job until I find a job. So do you consider that giving up? Because I've heard some people say that's giving up. I don't think that's giving up. How does mindset influence whether someone keeps trying or give up? Can quit it? My bad. Does quitting once make it easier to quit again in the future? And I don't know. I've heard people say that the more you quit, the easier it gets to keep on quitting. I don't know. I quit once, right? And ever since that, I never quit again. Because I saw that there was other ways after that first time. I was like, damn, I should have never did that. You see where I'm coming from? It's like, I don't know. The first time I did something, life taught me a lesson. Are there situations where giving up leads to better opportunities? I would love to hear y'all comments down below. And what lessons can be learned from people who overcome extreme adversity? Can a mind, can a strong mindset be taught, or is it something people develop through experience? And shout out to the word, shout out to Gary, shout out to the pastor double speaks, right? This is something that I could sit here and say that y'all gonna go watch their channels, right? Listen, right? And you can get something from the conversations that have been had in there, right? And yes, right, a strong mindset is something that, I don't think it's something that can be. How can I say? I think it's both ways, right? In my opinion, I'm gonna put it like this: a strong mindset is something that somebody can pass on down, right? And it's also something that somebody could already have. I've seen people already be strong-minded, right? And then I've seen some people that have not been strong-minded, but due to the help of others, right, they've become strong-minded. How do societal expectations shape our beliefs that about personal limitations? And I feel as though we have no limitations, right? But societal expectations, right? Social media, outside influence, and much more, right? Does influence a lot of people, right? And I don't know why. I think people let the influence get to them. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong if y'all want to, but me personally, I don't think I'm wrong. I feel as though some people let other people influence them, right? And I think people let other people make them believe that they have limitations when in reality you don't. How does perseverance shape one's ability to reach their goals? And is failure ever truly a setback, or is it just a stepping stone to straighter success, guys? All right. These are just a few things that I wanted to put out there, right? Few things that I've been talking out here with our, not with, how can I say, within our community, right? And I would love to hear y'all aspect, right? Y'all perspective of it, right? From social media. I know we got a lot of coaches out here, man, and I would love to hear what advice can y'all give our youth, right, when it comes to not giving up? Do y'all feel as though, once again, it's something that's been inherited from families, traditions, right, society, or is something that is in somebody already? So I would love to hear y'all comments down below, right? And if I hear more panels, right, that are speaking about these type of topics, I would love to hop on them. But in the meantime, man, I would love to hear your comments down below, and let's get the discussion started. Till next time, it's y'all shorty Rachel, and we out.
Religiously, understand the 7 principles of hell. You understand the 7 demons within you. You understand that whole concept. It's a whole metaphysical concept. We ain't go over that, but anyway, so
get paid. They want to be able to, get the stuff that they need and not be a burden to their parents. Like, and this, like I said, it's a duality to everything. And this can, this is right in the middle of duality, right? I would love to hear y'all perspectives when it comes to that, right? I feel as though we should teach them. That's why I just told y'all when I was talking earlier about I can't, it's not in my vocabulary. That's why I don't care what people think, right? I have something that was inherited to me. I'm not going to be in it. I got to fix it. So why not build a business and right on my business, build 2 apartments, right? Where my 18-year-old and my 15-year-old can sit here and live. You see where I'm coming from? Learn how to pay rent, learn how to maintain an apartment before they even go out there, try to buy a property and do all this. Me as a mother, I'm going to teach them, especially 2 boys. You see where I'm coming from? Independent, no kids right now. One's 15 going on 16. The other one's 18 going on 19. You see where I'm coming from? I don't want my kids to depend on a welfare system. I don't want my child, just because he's autistic, to depend on a motherfucking SSI, because that holds him back. Yes, he's autistic, but it don't mean he's stupid. It don't mean that he's retarded. He just has something that makes him a little different from us, me and you. But he's not that different. You know what makes it different? His IQ. That's what it is. His way of seeing the world. That's what's different. That his intelligence is 10, 20, 30, 50 times more than what me and yours is. And I'm tired of him being held back down because of autism. No. Like I told him, I was like, baby boy, you could do this. Show them that your autism doesn't determine who you are. Show them that, yes, you got autism, but you could do this. And he's doing it, right? No, he may not work in areas like a McDonald's, like a Burger King, but he sure as hell can work in areas like construction. He sure as hell can work in places like, how can I say, mechanics and stuff like that. Why? 4 to 5 people in an area where my son won't get so. You see where I'm coming from? If you have a child with autism, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But because he's autistic doesn't mean that he can't own a property. If they could sit here and have sex and make kids, they should as hell we could teach them. We could teach them how to maintain a property and move forward with their lives, not just spend their fucking money, not just waste their money on anything and everything they see. No, we're talking about generational wealth, right? Leaving something behind to our kids, and it's not just money. It's also, how can I say, teaching them, right? Passing down some knowledge and some wisdom to our kids. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I see things. We're their parents. We're their first role models, not the celebrities. Us, the ones that gave birth to them. The mothers that sat here and pushed them out or had them taken out their stomachs. But without the dads, right? Without their semen, right? That comes from the man's spine straight down to the man's sack that goes into that woman's egg. There's no soul in that baby's life, in that egg's life. Like without that, no baby would exist. And I feel as though us parents that sat here and gave birth to these kids are the ones that are responsible to teach these kids. Not the government, not the celebrities, right? And yes, I was raised with it takes a village, right, to raise our kids. But we live in a society that got the concept wrong, right? Word has broken this down better than me, right? And why I always suggest people to go to the Word, why? Because listen, I'm talking from experience, right? But Word can break things down in a way because he, how can I say, he's a counselor. I'm not saying counselor, right? He's a How did I just forget the word? Oh, Gary, help me out. Shit. The world's find the elders dispensable. I don't think they are. I think they're irreplaceable. The ones with the knowledge, the ones with the wisdom, but a lot of them are not here. And look at the elders that we're left with. Childish. Very childish. So, like, that's why I say, yo, man, make sure y'all go check out Ms. Akimi, man. I need to give, I need to promote her channel, right? Because she is somebody that she's not old, right? But I consider that, Ms. Akimi and her generation are replacing these elders that are not here no more, right? They're the next ones in line that got that knowledge, that wisdom to pass down. They have walked them trenches, right? Ms. Akimi, Ms. Joe Thoughts, Ms. Genesis One here on YouTube, right? They don't sit here. They're not trying to convince people. They're not trying to change people. They're not trying to convert people. They come on here. They say what they got to say. They speak their mind. They give their advice, right? But it's up to you as the viewer, the consumer, on how you take that. You see where I'm coming from? And I love the fact that when you go to her channel, you can learn something. You can gain something out of what she's speaking, what she's pushing out there. I can actually share her videos and have the young women listen to what she's giving out. Her and Ms. Joe Thoughts. And when Laverne and Shirley get together, boy, I'm telling you it be litty lit. Yo, I'll be like, damn, on some real shit, yo. So big shout out to Ms. Akimi, Ms. Yo Thoughts, right? I don't got the link to Ms. Genesis, yo, but Ms. Genesis One, man. Like, these are, how can I say, these are people that are older than me that I could sit here, I admire, I respect, man. Like, for real, man. Like, listen, man. And Ms. Akimi is very respectful. I like the way, man, because I couldn't do it. I gotta keep looking at her. I gotta keep watching her. I'm like, how she do it, man? Because I'm telling you, how in the world did she just, like, damn, man, she gave it back. She sat here and gave it back. No curse words. I'm sitting here like, oh, wait. Respectfully disrespecting, like, oh shit. I looked up to that. I was like, yo, I can't wait until I become her age and I get it together. Because my baby was like, yo, man, come on, like, you got a potty mouth on you. I'm like, come on, baby. Bob's like, no. He's like, no, man. Like, and then he be like, because out of the female YouTubers that I watch, he loves when I watch Miss Akimi and Miss Joe Thoughts and Miss Genesis. Why? Because even when they get disrespectful, right, they're so respectful. I'm like, look, dude, man, you can't get me to do that. I don't know. Like, when I get mad, people bring the Philly out of me and this bitch dance, why motherfucker? Then I fucking tell you to leave me the fuck up. Who the fuck do you think? Leave me the fuck, get the fuck up. Ah! So the Philly comes out, man, and I'm like, yo, Miss Akimi, how you do it? How you get it that when people poke the bear, you don't got such a potty mouth? Like, I respect that. Yo, like, I really respect that. I want to get to that. I want to get to that level as a woman. On some real shit. All jokes aside, I want to get to that. Because I know how I am. And I know I can get to that, right? Like, because somewhere along the line, and everybody says that, Ray, you wasn't like that. Out of nowhere, you got, and I feel as though that the cussing and all this is a habit that I got used to when I lost the people that I cared about in my life. You see where I'm coming from? And a habit that I should have never gotten used to, because I was only talking like that out of anger, right? But I'm 35 years old now. I think it's time to outgrow that little lingo that I got, that little slang that I got, right? And in order for me to pass the torch down, I do have to lead by example as a woman, right? I can acknowledge the fact that I have to stop. I'm too grown. And at times, right, I can sit here and say, all right, daughter, you are right. I'm a hypocrite. I'm contradicting myself because I'm telling you, don't curse. Don't say this, but I'm doing it. My boys have come at me like, damn, mom, you contradict. He's like, yo, I don't want to call you a hypocrite, but you're a hypocrite. He's like, you telling me not to do this, but I'm like, don't do what us. Don't do as I do. Do what I say. They're like, but that's still contradictive. See, leading by example. We want them not to do certain things. We have to lead by example. My kids got a good heart. My kids, sometimes I'm going to say the majority of the time, right? Because there's a few times that they mess up and do stupid things. But the majority of the time, they'll go the right way. But they do follow their mama's lead. And that's the crazy part. And I'm like, I would have never thought. But yeah, that's how it is. That's how I learned that, at the end of the day, right? We think that we are the teachers. Yeah, we are the teachers, but it's vice versa. In reality, right? In reality, the kids are the teachers. They teach us every day something new. They teach us how to become better parents every day. They teach us about them, about life, how to nurture, how to care, how to love even more. You see, how to really fight for something, right? Stand for something, right? They teach us how to become lawyers. They teach us how to become doctors, officers, detectives. Shit. They teach us how to be, how can I say, so many things that it's like, damn, man. Wait, Miss Akimi was talking back to me. She says it helps to consider the source of who you are interacting with. So how do you respectfully disrespect somebody that to you doesn't deserve any respect? Not even, not any type of respect. And like when you talk to them, you should talk to them like they're animals. Like what they've shown you that they are. See. I think it's my mentality, right? I got to change that mentality, Ms. Akimi, because that's what it got. See, Ray, you always talk. You know what? Damn. I get what you're saying. Don't lower my standards to theirs in a way. But sometimes it's my emotions. You see what? I'm still an emotional, unstable creature. And I'm only 35. Where my baby pops at? I got to throw a shoe at his head. We're going to make I'm going to make a pact with my baby pops. Every time I become an emotional, unstable creature, he's going to tie me up, hang me from the ceiling fan. All right? That's what he's going to do. All right? No, but I really do look up to Miss Akimi. Real shit, man. Respectfully. I love the way she carries herself, man. And she is the type of person that I look up when it comes to somebody older, right? I really respect her. Like, hold on, let me see. I really can say I respect Miss Akimi, right? Because listen, Gary says discipline is a necessity to improve yourself. Yes, facts. And something I got to get myself used to. Sometimes I do good and I don't cuss, but sometimes the stuff that people do, it's like, How can I not call a woman that is disrespectful, that is cringe, that is, I don't know. How can I not call her a bitch when she's still a little girl in a woman's body, trying to be a woman, claiming respect? How do you not call them bitches? I get it. I have to be a lady. I have to be a woman. But I don't know. Was it Ms. Jotas that said it too? Ms. Jotas says that all of us have all three of it. Sometimes we could be a woman. Sometimes we could be a lady. Sometimes we could be a bitch. So I don't know. It's hard because, right, even though I'm respectful, right, because I can be very respectful, but I think it's because of the people I talk to. See, I can have a conversation with Miss Akimi. And even if Miss Akimi was to get a little loud, I wouldn't even curse. I've seen Miss Akimi go, boom, bitches. And I'll be like, oh, shit, that came out of Miss Akimi? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, that's Miss Akimi. That's Miss Yo Thoughts. Oh, snap. Like, yo, they got some hood in them. Like, oh, shit. Nah. Like, yeah, that's them. But anyways, Gary said, don't make the bet. Chill, man. It wouldn't be the first time. I'll be challenging him. Listen, I'm a Leo. He a Pisces, right? And I don't know how in the world two bosses are under the same household, but we make it work. He has held me upside down with 2 fingers. He is 6'2", almost 300 pounds. I am 100. The most I've gotten in weight heavy is 180 pounds. Right now, I'm 150 pounds. I'm 4'11", 5 feet with sneakers on with some nice heels and shit. But anyways, 5 feet when I put on, some nice sneakers, they got them little 2 or 3 inches high on them. That's why I love Timbs and shit like that, because I'm actually 5 feet. But anyways, right? Anyways, shit. Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time. When I come back down, he'll learn. He'll learn when I come back down. You put me upside down, you're going to pay the consequences, baby. You don't want me mad at you. You're going to miss me for almost a year. Yeah, Leo's hold. Listen, I hold grudges. He know I ain't gonna speak to him for like maybe 4 months. Yep, we'll be in the same household. I'll be on some Will and Jada shit. Like, nigga, there's an X right there. Ain't nobody. I'm upstairs, you downstairs. I don't give a fuck. 4 months. You left me upside down, motherfucker. Who the fuck you think you is? It's my way. I wear the pants. I wear the panties, the boxers, the skirts, all of it. You can only wear the pants. Let me stop before he really come over here and hang me upside down. Yo, I'm talking my shit, right? I know he gonna hear this live while he's doing these damn Uber Eats. He gonna get me. I'm getting in trouble on YouTube. Rachel, get the fuck off. Log off, Rachel. Sign on. Let me stop. All right. Gary says, don't make the bet. Oh, I already read that. Mr. Kimi says, I don't engage with those typically who I have to step down to their energy. Facts. And I think that's something that a lot of us have to do here on social media. We fail to do that, right? And I would love to hear different ways on how we could avoid that, right? As women being emotional creatures, right? How can we do that? There is a way. I've seen a lot of women do it. So once again, I can't. It's not in my vocabulary. I don't want to. It's not in my vocabulary. I don't know how to. It's not in my vocabulary. I can. I will. Well, there's a will. There's a way. It is in my vocabulary. And that's something that I am going to sit here and pass on to my kids. I don't want to hear my kids ever say, I can't, I won't. I don't know how to. Yes, you do. You may think you don't know how to, but think hard enough. Somewhere deep down, you're going to figure out how to do this. Which way to go? You see where I'm coming from? So there's things that we could pass down besides generational wealth to our kids, right? In order so they don't end up in generational welfare, which includes supplemental incomes for our kids, right? There's a way to get out the hood, right? I'm gonna put it like this. Do y'all really believe that the government can MK Ultra your minds for real, for real? Or do we have the ability to, as humans, right? Do we have the power to overcome these obstacles that is hitting us out here in poverty, right? In the hood. Can we overcome what we grew up in? Or are we going to stay stuck and be the same forever? Because I hear a lot of these kids that they don't want to end up in these corners. I hear a lot of these kids that they want to do better than what their parents have done, but they don't know how to and which way to go. So I feel as though that the right support system is how to do it. Before I leave this community that I grew up in, right? The last thing I got to deal with right here, this is what's got me here. It's this house, right? Because it was 5 of us when my mom passed away. One out of the 5 passed away. Now it's 4 of us. I'm the one that was the oldest. I was the one that got left for everything because my mom passed away with no will. I uploaded a video too here on this YouTube, right? Which was from 4 or 5 years ago, right? When speaking of, talking about, having a living will and all this stuff, just in case you pass away, so your kids, don't got to sit here and go through what I went through, right? So it's like it was 4 of us. So now I'm in charge of a deed. The house is gonna be mine. I'm dealing with all this stuff, right? Basically, everything landed on me. I have some siblings that are really responsible. I got some that just want to do them. They don't want nothing to do with the past. So me personally, I want to keep my mama's word. I told her I was gonna fix the house up, leave it here just in case anybody needed to get back on their feet. Make sure the house didn't get messed up. Boom. That's what I'm doing. So I'm like, fuck it. It's been inherited. I'm going to inherit it right back on down. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to use it to teach my kids. I'm going to really use it to teach them because I don't want them to end up in the same path that I went through. You see where I'm coming from? I want them to understand that there are different options, that there are different ways to go about so many things, that we don't got to be stuck in anger. We don't got to be stuck in the past, dwelling on things that we can't change when we can sit here and focus on the things that we can, right? We should not focus on other people, right? When we should be focusing on us, how can I say it? You should be your own focus. You should be trying to focus on becoming a better you than what you was yesterday. Not better than the next person standing. Trying to figure out how can you correct whatever mistake you made that you can correct. And if you can't, move on to the next one. Right? Gary says, Miss Akimi. I think Miss Akimi is driving. I'm not sure right now, Gary, though, but I'm still going to read it. Gary says, Miss Akimi, question. Do you think that it helps you to reach people to help them grow if you don't step down, meet them where they are? I think if you meet people where they are, I think you're going to hold yourself back because some people don't want to. I don't know how to explain that. I don't think you can meet people where they are. I've tried that sometimes, right? And I'm still stuck. Like stuck right there, right with them. I had to get away from them to move forward 10 steps. So can you always meet people where they are, or is it like a half and half? Is it like a percentage? But right, for those of you wondering, right, the one person I can sit here and tell you that you can have a great conversation with about this, man, go make sure y'all check out the word. Check out the word. Don't be scared, man. Come there with your chest out. Speak with your chest out. Tell them what it is that you want to talk about. He be having them open panels, yo. Let's get these discussions started. Yo, on some real shit. What we scared of? Fuck. Sorry. Not sorry. No, the fuck I'm not. Oh, I keep saying sorry. No, I'm not. Rachel, you're not a sorry person. But come on, man. Let's make the words channel pop like it used to. It is popping. You know what? That's making me make him sound. No, you know what? No, I was trying to give him props, but I don't know what the fuck. I'm saying this shit all discombobulated. You know what? Word, if you watched it, don't hate me. Don't hate me. Don't have me on this door crying. Don't leave me. All right. You're my biggest supporter. Don't leave me. Gary made me cry one time. Had me like Juan Gabriel, and you're gonna do the same thing. Don't leave me. All right. I was just talking shit. All right. I'm gonna sing to you like Juan Gabriel. Perdóname, mi amor, por todo el tiempo que te amé y te hice daño. My voice all raspy. Fuck my Spanish. Y'all hear my voice? I can't sing right now in Spanish. But can I sing in Spanish? Hell yeah. I got a voice. I don't even know why I got a voice because my Spanish is discombobulated. But let me check these comments out real quick. Ah, shit. Shit, the Undertaker popped up. Shit, fucking Grim Reaper. We got the word in the building. Welcome, word, yo. Word, baby. Become better today than you were yesterday. That's some real shit right there. Yo, word, I was talking shit. All right. Some people think, let me see. Gary says some people think that correction takes more as criticism, and they do. Something that I had to learn, that some people were talking to me, not to criticize it, but to let me know where I was failing at and what I had to better, right? And it was up to me how I did it, when I did it, and why I did it, for the reasons why. Not because they told me, but because I wanted to. See, that was my reason. I wanted to. Like, damn, okay, this is where I messed up. They told me how I could do it. I don't want to do it how they do it. So let me find a way that best fits me. See? Maybe, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. My 33rd brother, what up, dude? If you step down, then people have nothing to step up to. Ooh, real shit. I like that. I'm gonna make a poem out of that. If you step down, then people have nothing to step up to. I got some words forming in my head right now, but I can't get them out. I need a pen and paper. Damn. If you step down, then people have nothing to step up to. I like that. You step down. Sorry guys, I'm a writer. Sorry. I like writing. But I'm coming up with something on this. If you step down, then I sound like Umar Johnson, female version. Then people have nothing to step up to. Watch me come up with something. And I have the words forming right now. I gotta write this down. Say right there. Calm down, Rachel. He is here. Says I can never hate you. I gotta get goofy. I gotta show y'all my goofy side. I'm not always serious. See that? I'm not always serious. But don't ever leave the shorty, man, because I'm gonna get in my pink back. Please don't leave. Gary, if they seem open to receive, everyone doesn't want to seek change. However, and I believe we have to be international with our energy. Ooh, I like that. Shout out to Miss Akimi. But I'm about to come up with something. Oh, wait a minute. I like that. Wait, the however part. I'm coming up with something too. Wait. However, and I believe, okay, here we go. We have to be international with our energy. I like that. We have to be international with our inner. Oh, there's a new poem coming. There's words just like right now rambling in my head trying to, get put together like a puzzle piece right now. I'm coming up with something. Trust me. Give me like a week or two. But that's some real shit. But anyways, guys, man, that's what I wanted to come on here and say. Shout out to everybody, man. Guys, make sure y'all check everyone out here. The majority, everybody on here is a content creator. Miss Akimi, The Word, right? Gary. We got Young Riaz. Make sure y'all go check out Young Riaz, man. He got his little shorts, right, with the UK rap music. And we got Waba with the spiritual and the biblical channel, guys. Make sure y'all go check him out. Plus, he's got great conversations, great topics. You will not be disappointed with none of these content creators in the chat. Make sure y'all go check them out. And with that, man, being said, intentional. Oh, intentional. I read all wrong. What the fuck I'm reading? Hey, get it together. Intentional. We have to be intentional. Wait, am I reading this one right? Yeah, she wrote it the same way up there. See, right? Stop making up these words. Intentional. International sounds kind of cool, though. I'm about to keep that in there. Don't erase shit. Put both words. Watch. Intentional. I'm still gonna put international. I think I came up with that shit, didn't I? But anyways, y'all, man, my head is all around. It's everywhere, guys, man. That's all the time that it's shorty, guys, man. I appreciate everybody for y'all support, man. Let me get off this John. So I gotta call my baby pops. And I'll see y'all. Till next time.
If I knew then what I know now, sometimes I wonder, would I be the same or would I be different? A shorty still believes in fairy tales and imagination that lasts forever. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. I wake up in the morning feeling lost and alone, wondering if life's worth living or if I should grab the throne. The weight of the world on my shoulders is hard to bear. I see no change, it's like nobody cares. I look in the mirror, see a stranger staring back, lost in the world that's spinning off track. I ask myself, is this all there is, or should I give up and let the darkness win? I see no change, just the same old game. Wake up in the morning, I ask myself, is life worth living, or should I blast myself? I see no change, just the same old pain, but I know deep down, I gotta break these chains. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of time, fix my mistakes, will things change? Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. If I can go back in time, tell my younger self it's gonna be fine. Embrace the challenges, let your light shine. You'll grow and learn, just give it time. Hey young me, listen up, don't be afraid. Life's a journey, mistakes will be made. Chase your dreams, don't let them fade. Believe in yourself, you'll make the grade. Don't stress about what others say. Stay true to yourself every day. Love deeply, laugh often. Don't delay, cause in the end, it's how you play. Be kind to others along the way. Spread love and positivity each day. Don't worry about what they may say, cause your uniqueness is here to stay. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes, but things change. Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. If I can meet my younger self, I tell her not to be afraid, that courage will be her wealth and bravery will never fade. Don't fear the challenges ahead, for you'll face them head on. Your inner strength will dawn. You'll grow up to be a warrior, standing tall, unafraid and strong. A parent, a role model, and inspired, fighting for what's right all along. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of time, fix my mistakes, but things change. Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. Looking back on all the roads I've traveled, regrets and lessons learned along the way, but still holding on to hope and faith that with God's grace, a brighter day will come our way. I see no change at all. I'm stuck in this cycle, feeling so small. I ask myself, is this all there is, or should I just end it all with a final kiss? I try to stay strong, but it's getting harder each day. The pain and the struggle won't seem to go away. I'm tired of the lies, tired of the deceit. I see no change, just defeat after defeat. I wake up in the morning feeling lost and alone, wondering if life's worth living or if I should grab the throne. The weight of the world on my shoulders is hard to bear. I see no change, it's like nobody cares. Deep down I know I must fight, I won't let the darkness consume me. I'll shine my light, I'll rise above the pain, I'll break free from these chains. I'll find my purpose and I'll make a change. Sometimes I wonder if I turn back the hands of times, fix my mistakes when things change. Oh Lord, guide me through this journey of life, help me see the light through all the pain and strife. Sometimes in life we make so many mistakes, and we think that when we fall we're not able to get up. We listen to those that, talk in our ear, tell us that they, are there for us. And at the end of the day, what's crazy? A friend ain't nothing but $1 in your pocket. Family is what you make of it. Family is not who you're born into. Alright? So we need to pick ourselves up and do what we gotta do. Life is not for you to sit around and wait for Superman to come save you.